What's up guys, welcome back to MMA Throwdown. Charles Oliveira's name is synonymous with resilience and skill. Bronxs has one of the most compelling stories in mixed martial arts. From his humble beginnings in the Favelas of Brazil to becoming the UFC lightweight champion, Oliveira's entire life has been about overcoming adversity and proving people wrong. In this short-form documentary, we'll explore the early life struggles that shaped Oliveira, including severe poverty and health issues that nearly ended his dreams before they began. Discover how he transformed himself through Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, rapidly rising through the ranks to become one of the most dangerous submission artists in the sport.
Oh my goodness! That is gonna do it! 11 in a row, and still the best lightweight on planet Earth!
Oliveira was born on October 17, 1989 in Vicente de Carvalho, Guarujá, São Paulo, Brazil. His upbringing was extremely challenging. His family struggled with severe poverty and he often helped his mother sell cheese salads from a trailer to make ends meet. Growing up in a poor neighbourhood, this early exposure to hard work and his interactions with people from all walks of life significantly shaped his career and his character. Oliveira grew up in the Favelas, one of the poorest neighbourhoods. The nickname Do Bronx stems from Oliveira's early training days. When he started training at the Macaco Gold Gym, his new peers would call him the Kid from the Bronx. This referred to his old gym and his background from the favelas or slums in Brazil. Similar to how the Bronx in New York is perceived as a tough, underprivileged area. This became Do Bronx in Portuguese, and the name has stuck with him ever since.
Charles Do Bronx Oliveira!
Charles grew up in the Vicente de Carvalho favela, one of the region's most impoverished and dangerous neighbourhoods. Favelas in Brazil are informal, densely populated urban areas characterised by substandard housing and a lack of public services. Life in these areas is often marked by crime, violence and poverty. Oliveira's upbringing in the favela was tough. He has shared that living there meant dealing with daily hardships and limited opportunities. Despite these challenges, Oliveira's family played a crucial role in supporting his dreams. His parents instilled in him a strong work ethic, which became the foundation of his future success. In interviews, Oliveira has often reflected on the impact of his early life. He has said, "I come from the favelas, I'm grounded, I know where I came from and where I want to go." In addition to financial difficulties, Oliveira faced significant health issues. At age 7, he was diagnosed with rheumatic fever, arthritis, and abnormal heart murmurs, conditions that affected his ability to walk and put him at risk of becoming paraplegic. Doctors warned him and his parents that he might never walk again, let alone play sports. Oliveira spent 2 years hospitalised, often alone, as his parents worked to make ends meet. Despite this, his mother, Osana, was a constant presence, sleeping on the floor beside his hospital bed. Oliveira's father, who sold eggs at a local market, and his mother, a cleaning lady, struggled financially, but were supported by Osana's boss, who helped with medical expenses. However, this tough period did not break Oliveira's spirit, and his resilience shone through. With the support of his family, and despite these challenges, he found solace in sports, initially playing soccer. He has often expressed his love for the game and continues playing whenever possible. His interest in soccer reflects his Brazilian heritage, where the sport is deeply ingrained in the culture. After soccer, Oliveira defied the odds and, with his family's support, after being hospitalised for 2 years, began training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the age of 12 after being discharged, defying doctors' advice against physical activity. Despite financial constraints, his uncle arranged for him to train, making a deal with the trainer to waive the fees. This marked the beginning of his journey in combat sports. His commitment and passion for martial arts grew from there. His passion for BJJ and his determination led him to win the Sao Paulo State Championship just 2 months after he started training. His journey into martial arts was further influenced by his mentor, who tragically was killed in a shooting when Oliveira was just 14. This event profoundly impacted him, fueling his commitment to succeed in the sport. Oliveira turned to mixed martial arts in 2007 and started his professional career in 2008. Around this time, Charles started dating the woman who would eventually become his wife, Thalita Roberta Pereira, who has also been a significant pillar of support throughout his career. Charles' professional MMA debut came at 18 under unique circumstances. He stepped in for a teammate, Flavio Alvaro, at a one-night 8-man welterweight Grand Prix after Alvaro was injured. Oliveira won the tournament, defeating 3 opponents in one night. This impressive start marked the beginning of his rise in MMA. He rapidly made a name for himself, accumulating an undefeated record of 14-0 by 2010, the year he joined the UFC. Though Bronx has had a dynamic and illustrious career in the UFC, but his journey to the UFC was not smooth. It was filled with highs and lows, including missed weights and fighting through injuries. He had his debut fight in the promotion in 2010, where he submitted Darren Elkins in just 40 seconds.
Trouble. Oh, he's done.
He quickly made a name for himself with another submission victory over Efren Escudero.
He's got it in deep. It is all over! Charles Oliveira!
both fights earned him submission of the night bonuses. Despite early successes, Oliveira experienced a series of setbacks and losses against top fighters like Jim Miller and Donald Cerrone. This led him to move to the lightweight division from the featherweight division and then back again. Triumphs and challenges marked his journey through these weight classes, but his determination never wavered. Oliveira had a mix of wins and losses in the featherweight division, including a notable victory over Hatsuhioki. Despite his grappling prowess, Oliveira struggled with making weight, impacting his performance and the outcome of his fights. On February 15, 2014, Charles married Thalita Roberta Pereira. Thalita is also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner who has been actively involved in his training and is often seen at his training centre. Charles Oliveira faced Max Holloway in 2015 at UFC Fight Night 74 in Canada. The fight ended abruptly and alarmingly when Oliveira sustained a severe injury just 1 minute and 39 seconds into the first round. Initially, it was reported that Oliveira had torn his esophagus, but later clarifications indicated that he had suffered a micro tear in his neck, causing severe pain and temporary paralysis in his left side. In the aftermath, Oliveira described the terrifying experience. "I thought I was going to be crippled for life. It was a moment of great fear and uncertainty." The injury was so severe that Oliveira was hospitalized and had to remain under medical supervision, fearing permanent damage. Although this incident was a significant setback in his career, he used it as motivation to recover and improve. After the injury, Oliveira took time to fully heal and reassess his career. He returned to the Octagon with renewed determination. Oliveira continued to battle weight issues, leading to fights being contested at a catchweight. Despite this, he secured wins against fighters like Jeremy Stephens and Miles Jury, but also faced tough losses. Oliveira faced numerous setbacks in the beginning of his UFC career, including a string of losses that raised questions about his potential. From 2015 to 2017, Oliveira lost 4 out of 6 fights, with notable defeats to Anthony Pettis and Ricardo Lamas. These losses could have derailed his career, but Oliveira showed resilience and an unwavering belief in his abilities. By 2017, Oliveira decided to move back to the lightweight division, marking a turning point in his career. In his return to lightweight, Oliveira demonstrated his grappling dominance with a submission win over Will Brooks. However, he faced a tough loss against Paul Felder later that year.
Paul Felder gets Charles Oliveira out of there.
In April 2017, Charles and his wife had a daughter named Taylor. Not only was this an important moment in his personal life, but it is also one of the main reasons why people think he had such a drastic career change and upward trajectory from that point on. Joe Rogan has been particularly vocal about Oliveira's journey and skills. Rogan has highlighted Oliveira's remarkable transformation after moving up to the lightweight division, stating he was just too dehydrated and fed up at 145, and for whatever reason, he just didn't have it together mentally. And then boom, all of a sudden, he's the fucking man. Rogan also expressed admiration for Oliveira's mental resilience and comeback after setbacks, noting that Oliveira's personal life changes, such as having a child, contributed to his improved performance inside the Octagon. Despite early career setbacks, including a series of losses and weight class changes, Oliveira's resilience and dedication led to a remarkable resurgence in 2018. That year, Charles joined Shooterbox Diego Lima, enhancing his striking skills and complementing his formidable ground game. This move marked a turning point in his career. Oliveira began an 8-fight winning streak that showcased his evolution as a fighter. He refined his striking and grappling techniques, which allowed him to go on an impressive run. He had a string of submission victories against Clay Guida, Jim Miller, and Christos Giagos.
Oh, now the right arm is under. It's done. Looking for history. There it is. Charles Oliveira, the most submission wins in UFC history.
His ability to finish fights, especially via submission, became a hallmark of his resurgence. Oliveira's performance in 2019 solidified his status as a top contender. He continued his win streak by defeating high-caliber opponents such as David Tamer, Nick Lentz, and Jared Gordon, all by stoppage. In 2020, Oliveira achieved a significant victory over Kevin Lee via guillotine choke. One of the pivotal moments in Oliveira's career was his fight against Tony Ferguson in December 2020. This bout was critical as it established Oliveira as a legitimate title contender. Oliveira dominated Ferguson throughout the fight, showcasing his improved striking and ground control, eventually winning by unanimous decision. Oliveira's career peaked in 2021. In May, he fought Michael Chandler for the vacant UFC lightweight title at UFC 262. Despite facing adversity in the first round, where Chandler almost finished him, Oliveira made a stunning comeback and knocked out Chandler in the second round to claim the title after a thrilling bout. This victory solidified his status as one of the elite fighters in the division. After his title win, Oliveira emotionally jumped over the fence to celebrate and share the moment with fans, family and friends, reflecting his deep gratitude and humility. Afterward, Michael Chandler acknowledged Oliveira's ground game as one of the best, if not the best, in the division. Reflecting on his title win against Chandler, Oliveira shared, "While Dana was putting the belt around my waist, I just kept thinking about everything I'd gone through. Everyone said I wouldn't get that belt, that I wasn't talented enough to get there. All I have right now is gratitude for everything I've achieved." Regarding his drawing power, Oliveira's fights have been significant events for the UFC. For instance, his bout against Michael Chandler for the vacant lightweight title at UFC 262 generated considerable interest, highlighting his ability to attract viewers. Oliveira's title defenses against Poirier and Gaethje further showcased his appeal as a main event fighter. Charles defended his title against Dustin Poirier in December, winning by submission in the third round.
It's under the neck! He's down! Charles Oliveira! Down him now, folks!
Poirier, whom Oliveira defeated, acknowledged Charles' tenacity and skill, stating, "He's a tough guy. Even when you think you have him, he keeps coming back stronger. That's what makes him a champion." Charles Oliveira's catchphrase, "O campeão tem nome," the champion has a name, became iconic in the MMA community during his reign as the UFC lightweight champion. Oliveira became a fan favourite for several reasons, including his fighting style, which was characterised by aggressive submissions and striking capabilities and thrilling to watch. His humility and dedication outside the octagon also endeared him to fans worldwide. His journey from the favelas of Brazil to becoming a UFC champion inspired many, making his success story a source of pride and motivation for his supporters. Oliveira faced Justin Gaethje at UFC 274. Although he missed weight and was stripped of the title, he won the fight via submission, reasserting his dominance in the lightweight division. Later that year, he fought Islam Makhachev for the vacant title but lost by submission. While competitors Islam Makhachev and Khabib Nurmagomedov have also spoken about Oliveira with respect, Makhachev acknowledged Oliveira's prowess after their fight, and Khabib stated that fighting Oliveira was essential to proving Makhachev's own legitimacy in the lightweight division. These praises from influential figures highlight the respect and admiration Charles Oliveira commands in the MMA community for his skill, determination and remarkable career turnaround. Oliveira successfully defended his title against top contenders like Poirier and Gaethje, solidifying his status as one of the best fighters in the lightweight division. In 2023, Oliveira returned to form with a first-round knockout victory over Beneil Dariush at UFC 289.
It's over! That's over! Charles Oliveira! How about him?
Proving he remains a top contender in the lightweight division. Unfortunately, Charles Oliveira's recent bout against Arman Tsarukyan at UFC 300 ended in a split decision loss for Oliveira. The fight, which took place in April 2024, was intensely competitive. Oliveira came out aggressively in the first round, landing a low kick that momentarily took Tsarukyan off his feet. He quickly capitalized on this by attempting a guillotine choke, but Tsarukyan managed to escape and reverse the position, ending up in Oliveira's guard. The second round was initially largely contested on the feet, with both fighters exchanging strikes. Tsarukyan's jab and a partially landed axe kick were notable, and he successfully took Oliveira down near the fence. The third and final round continued with both fighters trading strikes early on. Tsarukyan secured a crucial takedown and briefly took Oliveira's back. Oliveira, however, scrambled effectively and attempted a Darce choke in the final moments of the fight. Despite the tight submission, Tsarukyan managed to survive until the final horn, leading to the split decision victory. The judges' scorecards reflected the closely contested nature of the fight, with scores of 29-28, 28-29 and 29-28 in favour of Tsarukyan. The decision was controversial, with some fans and analysts debating the outcome, particularly considering Oliveira's near submission at the end of the fight. Post-fight, Oliveira addressed the loss positively, thanking his supporters and expressing his intention to return stronger. He acknowledged the tough nature of the sport and emphasised his readiness to continue competing at a high level. Oliveira has always emphasised the importance of being versatile inside the octagon. A fighter can't only know how to hit, he needs to know how to take a hit, stay calm and get over it. I always say I want to bring joy and boldness to the octagon. Oliveira's BJJ is his most formidable weapon. As a third-degree black belt, he has achieved a record-setting 16 submission wins in the UFC, a testament to his exceptional ground game. His ability to seamlessly transition from striking to grappling makes him a constant threat on the ground. He employs a variety of submission techniques, including guillotine chokes and rear naked chokes, to secure wins. Oliveira's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and ground game are among the most formidable in mixed martial arts. His black belt in BJJ, awarded by Jorge Patino, underscores his technical prowess and dedication to the sport. Patino, a respected figure in the BJJ community, learned from Valdemiro Perez, whom the legendary Rickson Gracie trained. One of Oliveira's key strengths is his ability to remain calm and composed on the ground. Unlike many fighters who scramble to return to their feet when taken down, Oliveira is comfortable working from his guard or transitioning through various positions. His posture is often upright during stand-up exchanges because he does not fear being taken down. He welcomes the opportunity to showcase his BJJ skills on the mat. Oliveira's approach to submissions is relentless. He chains submission attempts together, overwhelming his opponents with constant attacks. This strategy is effective in both BJJ and MMA, but executing it under the pressure of an MMA fight, where strikes are also a factor, requires extraordinary skill and composure. This relentlessness allows Oliveira to capitalize on even the slightest mistakes made by his opponents. Another distinctive feature of Oliveira's ground game is the minimal resilience on ground and pound. While many fighters use strikes to soften their opponents before attempting submissions, Oliveira focuses more on maintaining control and positioning to secure submissions directly. This approach minimizes the risk of his opponents escaping or resetting the fight to a standing position. Oliveira's submission defense is equally impressive. Despite being submitted 3 times in his career, his defensive capabilities have significantly improved. He often gives his back to opponents, a risky move for most fighters. Still, his exceptional defense prevents him from being submitted, allowing him to transition to advantageous positions and continue his offensive onslaught. Charles is one of the most dangerous fighters on the ground in the UFC. Although initially known for his grappling, Oliveira has significantly improved his striking. He uses a combination of aggressive forward pressure and precise strikes to overwhelm opponents. His striking arsenal includes sharp knees and elbows, powerful hooks and effective kicks. Oliveira's striking improvement is evident in his knockout victories and ability to maintain pressure throughout exchanges. Oliveira also holds the record for the most finishes in UFC history, with 20. One of Oliveira's key strengths is his adaptability. He can adjust his strategy based on the opponent, switching between striking and grappling. This flexibility has made him one of the most unpredictable and dangerous fighters in the lightweight division. Oliveira's fighting style, characterized by his elite jiu-jitsu skills and evolving striking, has earned him respect and admiration within the MMA community. Charles is one of the most exciting fighters in the sport, and his ability to finish fights and engaging fighting style have made him a significant draw in the UFC. Oliveira's training is meticulously structured and consists of rigorous morning and evening sessions. He trains at Bronxs Gold Team and Macaco Gold Team under the guidance of coach Jorge Macaco Patino, who has played a pivotal role in his development. He typically trains 5 days a week, dedicating 3 to 4 hours daily. This dual session approach ensures he covers all aspects of MMA, including striking, grappling and conditioning. The morning sessions focus on strength and conditioning. Oliveira uses machine weights with no rest between sets to build muscle strength and endurance in a full body workout. This routine also includes cardio exercises like jogging and swimming sprints, which enhance his stamina and lung capacity, essential for sustaining high energy levels during fights. Evening sessions are dedicated to MMA-specific skills. These sessions involve extensive striking practice, including heavy bag workouts, mitts, and pad drills to improve his precision and power. Sparring with training partners is a crucial part of his regimen, preparing him mentally and physically for fights. Oliveira also spends considerable time on grappling, refining his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques, a cornerstone of his fighting style. Oliveira's training includes weight training circuits that enhance his explosive power and muscular endurance. This is crucial for maintaining performance throughout the rounds of a fight. Regular sparring and pad work ensure Oliveira's striking and defensive skills remain sharp. These drills also help him simulate fight conditions, preparing him for actual bouts. Oliveira's diet is tailored to support his rigorous training. It includes a balanced intake of proteins, carbs and fats, with meals like chicken sausage, avocado toast, protein shakes, chicken and veggies, meat soup, and a combination of chicken or fish with rice and salad for dinner. This diet helps him maintain his physique and energy levels necessary for demanding training sessions. As of 2024, Oliveira's net worth is estimated at around $3 million. However, with continued success and numerous endorsement deals, it is projected to rise to about $5 million by the end of 2025. Oliveira's career earnings from the UFC alone amount to an estimated $5.9 million, with substantial payouts from high-profile fights. For example, his fight against Islam Makhachev at UFC 280 earned him a base salary of $1 million plus a promotional bonus of $32,000. Despite his wealth, Oliveira remains humble, grateful and dedicated to his roots. He is known for his charitable work, regularly visiting children's hospitals and supporting various organizations focused on helping underprivileged children. Oliveira's connection to his community remains strong, and he continues to give back to his old neighborhood. He has been seen distributing food and essentials to the residents of Vicente de Carvalho, demonstrating his commitment to helping those still facing the struggles he once knew intimately. He honors his parents with tattoos of their faces on his chest and has established the Charles Oliveira Institute to provide free BJJ and MMA training to kids and young adults in Guarujá. His commitment to giving back to his community was evident during the COVID-19 pandemic when he distributed food and essentials to those in need. Oliveira's deep-rooted faith and determination have been key drivers in his journey. On his journey in faith, he said, "I always believed and had a lot of faith that I could achieve any dream I had. I kept my faith and believed everything would happen however I wanted." Charles's mother, Ozana, has supported him throughout his career. She remarked on his resilience and positive outlook despite their difficult circumstances, saying, "Charles has always been a fighter, not just in the Octagon but in life. He's had to fight for everything he's achieved, and I'm so proud of him." If you're interested in knowing what Do Bronx does in his free time, he also has a passion for fishing, which he finds relaxing and fulfilling. It allows him to unwind and connect with nature, balancing the high-intensity MMA. Oliveira uses this time to recharge and reflect. That wraps up our deep dive into Charles Oliveira's life and career. From the gritty favelas of Brazil to the pinnacle of the UFC, Do Bronx's journey is a powerful reminder that with relentless determination and hard work, anything is possible. Thanks for joining us on this journey through his early struggles, triumphant rise, and the iconic battles that have solidified his place in MMA. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more documentaries covering the lives of your favourite fighters. In the comments, please share your favourite moment in Oliveira's career and who you'd like us to feature next. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video.